Tyrese just announced last week that he and his wife, estranged wife now, Samantha, are splitting up. However, she actually filed the divorce back in September. We've now discovered, we found the documents, and in them she makes a claim that Tyrese had changed all the locks on their house in Georgia and left her and their daughter out in the cold. Now, Tyrese is responding to that. He's denying that, but he does have an issue with something. It has to do with the amount of child support she is requesting.
He did have an issue with the fact that she requested $20,000 a month. He thought that that was a bit much. And how this all happened back in September when she filed, he came home from a movie gig and she confronted him about something, and they had like hours of conversation or back and forth about something, and she threatened to call the cops. So he got in an Uber and left, according to him, because he says that, you know, he didn't want to get into it with the cops in this climate, of course. But yeah, the money thing was an issue for him, and it's all turned around now because he did that whole post about how
they were getting along. I mean, how it was amicable and all this and all.
Made it
but I think
seem like it was amicable.
now that you look at these documents, for me, and I don't know Tyrese personally, I don't know his estranged wife personally either, but just reading in between the lines here, it seems like they went through something. They, you know, at one point decided, I don't want to go back to that space. They decided to be amicable, especially because they have a kid. And then he really sat and reflected and said, dang, like, you know, did I do the best that I could do in this marriage? And maybe he wants to be better. We've seen her wish him a happy birthday. So it seems like whatever they were going through that led to all of this, they did get through it, but it doesn't sound like it started as friendly as we've seen it play out.
Hey guys, Kiki Brown in Pittsburgh. I kind of want to refrain on a comment because of the whole Neo situation, and this seems a little familiar. But are they still living together? How could she be locked out of a house that she should be living out of because they filed for divorce? I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, I mean, typically, you know, sometimes, you know, people do stay together under the same roof. A lot of times people have to choose, and then sometimes the first person who runs to a judge and says, I want to stay in the house, wins temporarily.